Alright, so today we're down Kenny Hill. This is LPR coarse fishing, and we're just pleasure fishing down Kenny Hill. We're on peg 12, and so far we're getting some nice tench bites and stuff, so hopefully we can catch some tench, and possibly, hopefully a carp, but you never know. I haven't caught a carp yet, but I mean, you never know, I hope so. Unlucky, Bill's getting some nice bites on the right hand side here. We're baiting up with sweet corn, and we've got baits such as luncheon meat and sweet corn today, but I've got some other pellets as well, but at the moment we're just using natural baits. Oh, and a fish straight away.
It's nice. It's a good tench, that.
He's got a nice tench on here. That's lovely. His elastic's out.
Re-elasticated my pole last week, getting ready for the new fishing season. A nice tench. Keeping out the weed.
That's the trouble here, because there's quite a lot of weed, so you've got to be quite good at handling the fish, fighting them, getting them away from the weed here.
That's a nice one. First fish of the day. Only been down there about 10 minutes. Oh, gosh. Away from there.
And there. What a nice fish. Brilliant.
As you can see, it's about nearly £2, about £1.5 pound tench there. It's a really nice tench for the first tench of the day. Really nice dark green colour to it. This is the first time we've gone fishing this year, as it's just starting to warm up now, so it's the perfect time to catch tench, and as you can see, that's a great result for the first tench of the day.
Yeah, definitely nice catch. Gave you a good fight, didn't it?
Yeah.
What fish? Right, I'm peg 12 again. It's just my first carp down here for quite a while, apart from crusions. First common down here anyway. It's only small, but I'm really happy with it.
As you can see, that's a £2 carp there. Really nice. It's quite rare to get a carp out of Kenny Hill, to be honest, unless it's quite a big one, but that's quite a small one, so that's a nice catch, and that's a brilliant bonus to the day, as we've already had a good day.
Just about £2, nice. I'm really happy with that. As I say, yeah, definitely my first carp down here, so completely chuffed with that.
And I will just tell you about a little bit about peg 12. As you can see out there, you've got just loads of nice medium-sized roach and rudd out on top of the water. I get a bit of sweet corn. You say they just go mad from this peg. This is why this peg's so good in a match. You can see them all just swarm for it. It's really good. There's a big variety of fish here. You can get perch up to £3 from this peg that we've had out before. Easily roach up to £1, £1.5. If you're lucky, you might get a £2 one, but that's quite rare down here. The tench this year, I think it's because there seems to be a lot of baby tench down here, but you do get some nice £2 tench. And then, as we know, just after Rob's just had that amazing carp at about £2, you can get carp on here. There's a couple of crusions going around this lake, but obviously that was a really nice carp from Rob down there. So it's really nice, and Rob's just fishing down there, so
Getting a bit of a bite now, actually.
you don't need to be far out to actually catch a big fish. It's where there's the bank where we're fishing, just down there, and then Rob's maybe about a couple of 3 metres out, and catching carp and tench out there on a regular basis is quite good. So this is mostly our favourite peg at the lake, so this is a really good peg for matches and pleasure fishing for tench and maybe some big carp, as we know now. So this is a bit about peg 12.
Right, so Bill took into another tench here. Unexpectedly, because it just started to slow down, the fishing did. The bites just all of a sudden stopped.
I've been catching regularly down there, but this is a nice heavy.
And all of a sudden, donk, and it went straight down. It's lovely.
Good feeling about this year in the fishing for tench.
Yeah, I mean, Bill's already caught good 5 tench now.
Really nice down here. It's a nice tench. I think this one's quite a small tench compared to the ones we've been catching today, but still a nice tench. But really like tench down here. Tench are the main catching matches. Like carp over 4 pound in matches down here don't really count. They're not allowed, so any carp under 4 pound will do. But tench are the main thing that will win you a match, and if you can find the tench in this lake and you can keep catching them, and you're kind of more likely to win the match than the other people that are just going for the roach off the top. So it's a really nice tench there. Right, so now what we're going to do is make some ground bait here. We've got some green ground bait here. You want to use a circular container so the water doesn't stick into the corners, and just a little bit of water at a time. And while I'm mixing it, Rob will tell you about his little theory about Kenny Hill and about the bottom of it, and why we use different colours of ground bait.
Alright, so basically, Kenny Hill used to be a chalk pit, so much of the bottom of the water is going to be white basically, so it's going to be quite bright. If we use some sort of brown ground bait, then it's not going to be so bright and so bright for the fish, for the carp and stuff to see. So if we use like red or green ground bait, which is my theory a couple of weeks ago, so we bought some, is that maybe the carp will see it easier, maybe that'll entice them to go to it, so it could be more effective.
So right now at the moment, the thing is, I've got, as you can see here, if I shake it, you got a lot of these big sticky bits here. For this, what you use, you get a riddle and then you'll put it through that, but today we didn't bring one of them with us. As you see, that's much too dry at the moment, so I need to add just a bit more water.
Basically, when it's too dry, when you make a ball out of it, it'll be able to crumble in your hand. And so if you chuck it in the water like that, it will just break up at the top of the water, and more of the little fish will come in, and not much of it will get to the bottom.
So it depends how wet you want your ground bait. If you're fishing really deep down, you have to wet it quite a lot because you want it to break down once it's on the bottom. But because Kenny Hill is only about, I would say, that 11-12 foot deep about where we're fishing.
Yeah.
Is that we don't want it to be too wet.
Yeah, I mean in areas it can reach 18 foot deep in the peg just next to us and in the middle of the lake, so it's not a great peg to fish, peg 11, but I think peg 12 is good because it's just a bit of a raise in the bottom of the ground, so maybe the fish like to stay there or something, but it's definitely a really good peg.
Yeah, we'll mix up the ground bait now because we just noticed that we haven't been catching for a good half an hour, and we've been catching constantly, so now we need to bring the fish back in. Like, you've got the ground bait nicely mixed there, like that, it squeezed into a nice ball, but if you want it to go back it should just crumble, just like that. So that's the sign of good ground bait. But if you want to make it really nice, like as you can see we've got all these big balls here, we'll have to do something about that, but you would have a riddle and you would just riddle the ground bait through, that makes it really fine, that makes the particles break up, so then now, at the moment, if I want to make that into a ball I could, like that, but also it will just crumble straight back into like a powdery consistency, so that's a really good ground bait, and it's great for, this ground bait is for like carp and tench and big fish like that, so that's really good.
Hopefully we should make our fishing a bit faster now, hopefully we'll get more bites.
Rob took into a tench, but it's ran itself into some weed, which is a bit of a problem.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh well. Just as it was coming across, it just hit some underwater weed, so I couldn't see it.
It's unlucky that.
It's gone. It didn't take my hook though, so it's alright. It's nice.
Well, we did come on top of the water, it dove back down, but then that was quite a small tench, and we are just after the spawning season, so there will be some smaller tench in this peg. So it's unlucky, Rob, that, but it's the way it goes. Alright, thank you for watching LPR Coarse Fishing, and this has just been some nice tench and one carp down Kenny Hill, and that's Rob's final tench. So, see you next time.